Hello.
Yeah, hello
Hi,
guys.
sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Okay, so my name is Prakash. Okay, so I'm the math tutor for this webinar. Okay, just okay. I think we can start now. I hope you guys know the topic, right?
Trigonometry.
Yeah, the introduction to trigonometry. So we'll try with the basics. If you guys are okay, then maybe in the later part of the webinar, we'll try to, what do you call it? We'll try to solve word problems, okay? If you guys are okay. But let's see how it goes in the first half. Okay, just a moment. Okay, let me share the screen, guys. We can make this session as interactive if you don't mind. Yeah, you can ask me any questions in between, guys. Yeah. I hope you guys can see the screen sharing. Guys, can you see that?
Yes, sir. I can see now.
Okay, great. Okay. So this is what the introduction to trigonometry. So what are the basics of trigonometry? What do you mean by trigonometry first? So trigonometry is a branch of mathematics. It's one of the important, one of the interesting, the chapter in mathematics, you can call it as. So it's a branch of mathematical. We particularly deals with the triangles, okay, the sides, angles of a triangle. So what type of a triangle? The particularly the right angle triangle. So in trigonometry, I mean, not only for the introduction, so whichever the class you're going, so most of the times we're going to use this right angle triangle, okay? Most of the times, 90% of the times you can call it as, we are going to use the relationship between the angles and the sides of a triangle. I hope you guys know what is angles and what is sides of a triangle, isn't it? So sum of three angles add up to 180, as you guys know, I hope. So this one is a 45 degrees. I mean, this one is a 990 degrees, and the other two sums up, adds up to another 90 degrees. So sum of all three angles add up to 180. So that's about angles of what? Angles of right angle triangle or a triangle. All three angles add up to 180 degrees. And I hope you guys know that the sides of how it works in sides, right? If we have the same sides, all three sides are equal, it becomes an equilateral triangles. If all three are different, it becomes a scalene. And if two are equal, it becomes isosceles and everything, right? But if one angle is 90 degree, this triangle is called as the right angle triangle. So mostly we are going to concentrate on the right angle triangle in a trigonometry. Okay, have a look at the basics, guys, if you want to read. So trigonometry is derived from a Greek word called trigonon, okay, which means it contains three angles. So, or else you can see the measure of three angles, okay. So as I said, we will deal with the right angle triangles, the relationship between the angles and sides of a right angle triangles. Okay, and this is what the right angle. So instead of sharing the PPT here, I will explain in the whiteboard. Okay. So I would like to hear from one of you guys. So what exactly the right angle triangle in a sense? Can you please tell me a couple of properties of right angle
Sir, it is
triangle?
a triangle. It is a triangle that only measures 90 degrees. That has a total number. That has the total area of 90 degrees.
Total angles of 90 or one angle is 90, you mean to say?
One angle is 90, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, one angle is 90. So which means the other two angles, so these two angles add up to another 90. So the total
Yeah. So
becomes
total is 180.
180. So that you know. So let's name the triangle as ABC generally. Okay, ABC. And again, I'm going to name the side lengths. Okay, so side length, let's say I will name the side length as A, this one as a small a, which is the length of the base. Okay, this is a base one. I hope you guys know that this is a base, right? And this is, you can call it as a height. Yeah, so I'm going to name this as a B, the length B, and this one as C, guys. So what is C here, which is the longest length, right? Longest side, right? I hope you guys know that. So this is a right angle. So in a right angle triangle, this base, the bottom one, this base is called as base, or else what do you call it? The adjacent side or an opposite side based on the angle. But the longest side is always called as hypotenuse side. I hope you guys know that. Do you? Iris, do you know that?
No.
Okay. Okay, no problem. I will explain. Okay, welcome, Ramos. So today we are discussing this trigonometry. Please join the class. Okay, so this longest side in a right angle, we have a two sides, which is the base and height, and the other side, which is this one. This length is called as hypotenuse side. Remember, or else you can say it is the longest side. Okay, please mute the mic if you're not speaking. Okay, yeah, that would be a good one. Thank you. So this one is the longest side.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, for the height, we can call it opposite also. Opposite also, yes.
Yes. I'm going to explain. We are not supposed to call it as an opposite directly. It depends on an angle. So that's what I'm going to explain now. But I hope everyone understand the longest side is called as hypotenuse. Okay. So see, we can also draw the right angle in this manner and in the other way around like this. So only thing, the angle has to be 90. That's the only the criteria for a right angle. One angle must be 90 degrees. So now similarly, if we are talking about this angle, okay, if this is an angle, for example, 30 degree or 40 degree, whatever the degree, if this is an angle, then this becomes an hypotenuse side because it's the longest side. Okay, and if since this is an angle, so I'm going to call this is an angle theta. So we used to call opposite of this angle is called as opposite side. Okay, and adjacent to this angle is called as adjacent side. So that's it. So these are the three sides we used to call it as. I mean, the opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse side. And I hope everyone understand. Iris, do You got it?
Yes.
Great. Okay. And one more thing, as Muhammad asked, it's not about always calling this height as the opposite side. Okay, it differs based on the angle. So that's what I'm going to draw now. I will look at this quickly. Okay, so this is a right angle triangle. If we are taking this as an angle, the above one, then this one is obviously the hypotenuse because that's the longest side. And what is opposite side? The opposite side is always opposite to the angle. So since this is the angle, so opposite side of that angle is called as opposite side. So in this case, opposite side is the bottom one, the base. Mohammed, do you understand, Iris?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, and the other one is the adjacent now. That's it. If you guys understand this one, I think it easier to going forward. Please let me know, guys, if you have any questions. Ramos, I hope I pronounced it correctly. Please let me know, Ramos, if you have any questions. Okay. So the next thing we are going to discuss about the Pythagoras theorem. What do you mean by the Pythagoras theorem? I think you might know that. Let's quickly draw a right angle triangle and explain. So this is a okay. So this is a right angle, as you know. So let's say this is a, this is a B, this is a C. So which is nothing but the length of base is A, we are calculating as length of B as B, and length of this longest side is nothing but a C. Okay. What is Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem states that
C square equal to A square plus B square is Pythagoras theorem.
Exactly, which means the sum of the longest side, the square of longest side equals to sum of the square of other two sides, which is A square plus B square. Or else you can also write the same thing as A square plus B square equals to C square. I mean, both are same, so nothing differs here. Iris, do you understand this?
Yeah.
Okay, so which means what? If we know two lengths, we can find the unknown length. I hope you guys understand now. Okay, let's try some questions in it. So before going to the questions, let me share the Pythagorean triples. What do you mean by Pythagorean triples? Which means all the whole numbers will get in A, B, C. So let me explain that quickly. Just a moment. So here is a triangle, guys. So please tell me what is the length of, what is the longest side length? This is 6 centimeters, this is 8 centimeters, and what is the length of this longest side? So we need to use C. A value is given, the B value is given. We need to find C, which is the hypotenuse side, longest side, guys. Anyone would like to try? So C square equals to 6 square plus 8 square. C square equals
Answer
to
is 100.
okay, 36 plus 64.
Sir,
So
answer
C,
is 10.
yeah. So C square equals to 100, and what is C, which is square
10,
root
10.
of 100?
Square root of 100 and 10 is the answer.
Exactly. So we need to say 10 centimeter is the length of the hypotenuse. Yeah. Yes, Ramo. You're right. and Muhammad as well. I hope everyone understand now. So this is how we need to calculate. Let's try one more question quickly. I mean, explaining using the diagram might help. That's why I'm keep on drawing this. Okay. So let's say this length would be, let me think a second. Okay. So let's take this one as 12 centimeters. This highest, longest side is given, and they will ask you to find the height of this one, which is, yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, sure it is. Okay, so how to find the height of this triangle? How to find height of this triangle? So we know that we used to call this length as a and this as a B, and the longest side is C. So what is the formula? A square plus B square equals to C square. So what is A value, which is 12 square? What is B? We need to find B now. So C value is given, which is 13 square.
Sir, the answer is 17.69.
Okay, let's check Mohammed. Okay, so now B square equals to, so what is 12 square? Anybody? What is the value of 12 square and 13 square?
Oh.
You got this? And then move this 144 to the other side. So we'll get B square equals to 169 minus 144. So
Answer is
please
5.
yes, the subtract that will get 25. So B equals to square root of 25. What is square root of 25, Iris? It is 5, right? Yes, Muhammad.
Yes.
So yeah, so B equals to 5 centimeters. So that's the value of B. So we can use this Pythagoras theorem to find any of the unknown side, So as I was talking, Pythagorean triples. What do you mean by triples? It has 3 numbers, right? So which is A value, comma B value, comma C value. So that is nothing but a Pythagorean triples. So in this question, what are the Pythagorean triples? 12, comma 5, comma 13. I hope you guys understand, okay? So this is a Pythagorean triples. So which means if we take other values, sometimes we might ended up getting the decimal answer or a square root answer. But we have only few Pythagorean triples. Let me shade that. Yeah, have a look at this. Yeah. This one. Have a look at this. See, these numbers are the Pythagorean triples, okay? Which means all are A, comma B, comma C values. Okay? I don't think you guys need to concentrate much on this, but I will explain while doing questions, guys. If you want to try one more questions, we'll do that quickly before we go to the ratios. Okay, let's see who will answer this question. This is 12. This is 16. Okay. Yeah, 16 centimeters. This is 12 centimeters. What is the length of the longest side? Who wants to try this? Iris,
I will
please
try
tell
for you,
me.
sir. I will try for you.
Okay. Yeah. So Iris, please tell me the formula so that I will write it here.
C square equal to A square plus B square.
Okay. Iris, do you agree that?
Yes.
So A value, what is the A value here, Iris?
16 centimeters squared.
Yeah. And what is B value?
12 centimeters squared.
Very good. So what is 16 square? Ramos?
400.
I mean Ramos?
Sorry, sir, the total is 400.
Okay. I hope Ramo are able to are you able to follow me? Yeah. So 16 square is 256 and 12 square is what? 12 times
144.
12, which is 144. As
The
you
total is
said, it is
400.
400. Yeah. So
If
what
you
is
square root it,
400?
the answer is 20.
Okay, very good. So what is square root of 400? Which is 20.
20.
Excellent. So C value is 20 centimeters. The longest side is 20 centimeters. Iris, are you able to follow me? Ramu? Iris, you want
Yes,
me to explain again? Okay.
I understand.
Okay, great. Okay, we'll try one last question, guys. Okay. Please unmute the mic, guys, if you're not speaking. Okay. So this one, let's say this length is 25, or maybe that was a bigger numbers. Okay, so I will take with a smaller, maybe 3. This one is a 5. What is the value of the height of a triangle? Iris, which formula you're going to use?
A square plus B square equal to C square.
Okay, Iris, you agree? Okay, so what is the A value here, Iris?
It's 3.
Yeah, so similarly, see, yeah, and what is the B value? B value is not given, right? So C square. So please solve this. What is 3 square?
Sir, 9. Sir,
Okay.
okay, yeah, this will be 25. Then you
Okay.
shift the 9 to other side. It will be 16.
Okay.
And the final
Yeah,
answer will be 4. If you square root 16, the final answer will be 4.
Yeah, so B square equals to 16. So B equals to square root of 16, which
And the
is
final answer is 4.
4 centimeters. This length is 4 centimeters. Iris, do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, that's it. I mean, using the Pythagoras theorem. So this is how you will get the questions. Sometimes the word way they will ask you if side length of base and height is given, and they will ask you to calculate the longest side. The same thing, you just need to use a formula. Okay. Anybody has any questions? Okay, so let's go to the trigonometric ratios now. Okay, great, Ramo. Okay, let's go to the trigonometric ratios now. So what do you mean by a ratios? Or rather, how many ratios we have in a trigonometry? Any idea, guys? Ramu, do you have any idea? Okay, so we have a 6 trigonometric ratios, guys. Okay, so let me explain. So we have 6 trigonometric ratios. So again, as I said at starting, in trigonometry, we are going to use the right angle triangle. So this is the right angle triangle. So, but to find the trigonometric ratios, we are going to use the angle. What do you mean by angle? For example, theta. So I think you could have heard this theta, right? This is the symbol for theta. So this is nothing but an angle. So if I'm taking this side, I mean this as an angle, which means I hope you guys know that this is the hypotenuse side because the longest side. Yeah, hypotenuse side. Which one is the opposite side? The one which is opposite to the angle. See, this is an angle which is opposite, and this side is an opposite one. So this side is called as opposite side. Okay, and the adjacent, which means the adjacent one, adjacent to the angle. So please let me know, guys, if you have any questions in this. So we just need to separate the side names correctly before we solve the ratios or before we finding the ratios. So these are the three sides, and you can name adjacent side as a and opposite side as a B, but you can change it if you want to. But hypotenuse side is always a C. Let's call it as a, because it's the longest side, guys. Okay, we have a six trigonometric ratios. If you learn first two, you are able to solve the remaining six ratios. So first one is sine theta.
Second one is cos
ratio.
theta. Third one is
Okay.
tan theta.
Okay.
Now for I have question, like if we don't know this, so we can understand by this like there's one thing like soka to I think we can understand from that concept also. If we
Okay. Yeah, we can learn, yeah, but we have a different ways to remember though. But good one, yeah. So what? Write the full names. Let me do that quickly. Just a second. Yeah. So the first one is sine theta. The second one is okay. Just a moment. So it's hanging a bit. Yeah. I hope you guys can see me now. See the writing now. Please let me know if not. Okay, so the first one is sine theta. The second one is cosine. The third one is tangent. The fourth one is cosecant. And the fifth one is secant. And the last one is cotangent. Cotangent, okay? Cotangent, you can call it as cotangent. So these are the six ratios you guys need to remember no matter what. So try to remember the names, but solving is easier. So first, guys, you need to remember the names. Sine ratio. So it is called as, we used to write it as SIN, sine angle. For example, sine A, sine B, or sine theta. Okay. Cosine, in a sense, cos theta. Tangent is nothing but tan, T-A-N, tan theta. So, and the cosecant is nothing but CSC theta, or else You can also write it as COSEC, cosecant theta. And the next one is the first three words, secant theta. Cotangent is nothing but cot theta. Guys, what do you think? If you're able to, are you able to remember all these trigonometric ratios? These are the 6 trigonometric ratios: sine, cos, tan, cosecant, secant, and cot theta. Okay. So I will try to split and explain in an easier way. So these are the 6 trigonometric ratios. Okay, quickly draw the right angle triangle, guys. So this is a theta. In this case, this one is the opposite side. This one is an adjacent side. And this one is the hypotenuse side. So let's try finding the trigonometric ratios. The first one is sine theta. Sine theta is always, or rather we used to say the formula for sine theta is opposite side divided by hypotenuse side. It's a very simple opposite side, which means this side, the value in this side divided by the value of the longest side is nothing but a sine theta. The second one is a cos theta, which is
Adjacent over hypotenuse.
adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse side. So please try to remember these two, okay? If
And
you
sir, the last
remember
one is,
these two,
sir, the last one is tan theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. No, sorry, opposite over adjacent.
okay, good one, yeah. So if you're able to remember these two things, you can find the other ratios easily. Iris, what do you think? Are you finding it difficult to understand? Ramu?
A little bit.
Okay, Ramu, what about you? Okay. Sine theta is nothing, I mean, we have a 6 ratios. That first thing, please clear it out. These are the 6 ratios: sine, cos, sine, cos, tan, cosecant, secant, and last one is the cotangent, cot theta. Okay, great. And the formulas. Now we try to the opposite side divided by adjacent side. I mean, divided by hypotenuse side, which is adjacent. You can do the other things easily, which is tan theta is nothing but you need to divide the first ratio by the second ratio. What do you mean by that? Sine theta, the value of sine theta divided by the value of cos theta, guys. That is the third one. So what I mean to say, okay. So what I mean to say, if you know the first two, you can remember the remaining easily. Let's go a little quicker now. So the fourth one, which is cosecant, C-O-S-E-C, or else you can write it as C-S-C. C-O-S-E-C, cosecant theta, or else C-S-C theta, which is same as a cosecant, which is nothing but the opposite or a reciprocal of sine theta. which means what? You just need to, whatever the value need to divide. And the fifth one is secant theta, which is what? It's a reciprocal of cos theta, guys. So which one? This. The last one is cot theta, cotangent, which is the reciprocal of tan theta, guys. So that's it. So as I said, if you remember the first two things, you're good enough to, solve the remaining remaining four. Shall we move to the next step? Iris, what do you think? You want me to explain again?
I understand a little bit. You can continue.
Okay. Okay, let's go ahead then. So these are the trigonometric ratios. Keep going. Okay, sure. Okay, so no need to wait now. I think we will start solving some questions. So let's say this one is 6, this one is 8, and if this one is 6 and that one is 8, and obviously this one becomes a 10. Okay. So write down, and I will tell you this is an angle. Okay. And the question is, write down all the trigonometric ratios, or find all the trigonometric ratios of the given right angle triangles. So first one, you are going to find sine theta, guys. What is sine theta? You guys know that it's the opposite side divided by hypotenuse side. What is the value of opposite side? Which is 8 and 10, right? 8 divided by 10. So that's the value of sine theta, guys. Okay, we need to simplify that, but we'll take care later that. So this is the value of sine theta. And what about cos theta? Cos theta value is, okay, I think Joseph joined. Yeah, welcome Joseph. So adjacent divided by hypotenuse, guys, which means it's 6. The adjacent value is 6 and the hypotenuse value is 10. So these two are the, if you know these two, as I said, you can find the remaining faster, which is tan theta is the third one, which is nothing but the sine theta divided by the cos theta. So one thing you can do this, or else if you want to use a formula, you can use the other way around. So what is the answer? We'll get opposite, which is same as opposite divided by adjacent. So that is what? 8 divided by 6, guys. So the next 3, it's a very easier now because we found the first 3, and then you just need to find the reciprocal values of the remaining. So what is sine then? So sine is nothing but a cosecant theta. Is nothing but 8 by 10 becomes a 10 by 8. And what about the secant theta? It's a reciprocal of cos. So it becomes 10 by 6. So the last one, cotangent, which is cot theta equals to reciprocal of tan theta. So the value is just, you need to flip it. That's it. Let me know, guys, if you have any question from this. So if a triangle is given, we just need to find these trigonometric ratios using the sides. Okay. So if you're finding it difficult to remember all 6, try to remember the first 2, and then it follows the remaining 4. It's very easier. Let's try one more question now. So please find the trigonometric ratios of all 6 trigonometric ratios of the given right angle triangle. But in this case, in this time I'm going to give this as an angle. So, and I will give the value as 12 centimeters here and 5 here. So it means it becomes a 13 here. Okay. So how to use? Find all trigonometric ratios, guys. How to find? The first one, sine theta. What is sine theta? Opposite
upon adjacent.
Sorry?
Opposite upon hypotenuse, sir.
Yeah, exactly. So in this one, Iris, can you please tell me which value is an opposite side? So the last,
Sir, it will be cos theta. Sir,
sorry?
cos theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse.
Yeah, that's fine. But which side is an opposite here? Which value is the opposite value here? 12 or 5?
Opposite value. 5.
Yeah, 5. No, it's not 5 here. You know why?
No, sorry. 12.
Yeah, because the opposite side angle.
So
So
it
this
will be
is an
sine theta then.
opposite side, and this becomes an, yeah. So sine theta is opposite divided by hypotenuse. As Joseph said, it is 12 over. It's nothing but adjacent side divided by hypotenuse side, which is 5 over 13. And quickly let's do the others. What about tan theta? Tan theta equals to opposite over adjacent. You can solve using this way, or else you can use sine theta divided by cos theta. Both are same, guys, okay? So whichever you want to remember, you can. Yeah. So what is the value of sine theta by cos theta? We'll get 12 over 5 if I'm not wrong. Yeah. 12 over 5. So if you know the first 3, it's very easier for the next 3, isn't it? So which is cosecant theta is the reciprocal of sine theta. So 13 by 12. So secant theta equals to the reciprocal of cos theta. So 1 by cos, which is 13 by 5. At last, the cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta, guys. So it's a 5 over 12. So that's it. We're done with this. Please let me know, guys, if you have any questions. Okay, good, Joseph. Okay. Okay, as Joseph suggested, let's see if this works for others. So as Joseph said, so this one, so can you see something? I mean, I have written 3 things here on the board. So we have different ways to find these trigonometric ratios. This is one of the easiest way you can call it as, or rather, you just need to remember these 3 things to find all trigonometric ratios. See, S stands for sine, and then the first word in this stands for the ratio. S stands for sine theta, C stands for cos theta, and T stands for tan theta. Okay, you said this one. Okay, no problem. And the first word in this stands for a ratio, sine theta, cos theta, and tan theta, each one. And the next two words are the side lengths, which is opposite. O means opposite, H means hypotenuse, A means adjacent, hypotenuse, opposite and other. So please remember these three these three logics or whatever you call, so that we can. So which means what? Just try this. Sine theta equals to O means that comes in the numerator, opposite side divided by the H means hypotenuse, that comes in a denominator. What about the second one? C means cos theta equals to AH. A stands for adjacent and H stands for hypotenuse. So the first one you're going to write it in the numerator, the second one in the denominator. And similarly, tan. T stands for tan, O stands for opposite, A stands for adjacent. Okay, so try to remember this one, the first, this logic, so that you can solve the trigonometric ratios questions easily. So once you know first three ratios, and it's very easy for the other two, which is cosecant is nothing but the opposite, rather the reciprocal of sine theta. And similarly, what is the next one? Secant theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. And what is this one? The cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta. Okay, guys. So let's try a few more questions and let me check what else we need to learn here. Okay, let's try some questions. Okay, maybe word problems or some basic questions, guys. Okay, 5, 6, 3, 6. Okay. So I hope you guys understand this question. So the angle is here. The angle is here. So the question is, find all the trigonometric ratios. Can you please tell me, Joseph, can you please tell me what is the first step here?
Sine is equal to opposite upon hypotenuse.
Yeah, but we don't have hypotenuse values in the here. So first thing, you're going to name the side length, sides. So 5 centimeters is the opposite, and this one is the adjacent. And we don't know the value of hypotenuse, so we need to find that, guys. How do you find the hypotenuse side? So using Pythagoras theorem rule, right? Pythagoras theorem formula. Yeah, exactly. So which is what? Hypotenuse square
Plus B square is square.
C square. Or else you can write the C square at starting. So I hope you guys know that the C is the longest side again. So an A, B are the opposite and adjacent one. So 5 square plus 6 square. What is 5 square? What is 6 square? So please add these two. I think we'll get 60, 61, right?
Yeah.
So C value is square root of 69. Okay, so we might ended up getting what? Decimal answer. So let's keep 61, square root 61 as a C value. So now that's it. We found the hypotenuse side. Now we need to find the trigonometric ratios. So the first one, Sine theta. How do you find sine theta, guys? As we know, it is opposite divided by hypotenuse, which is 5 divided by square root 61. That's it. Cos theta, adjacent divided by hypotenuse. 6 divided by square root 61. And tan theta, which is opposite divided by adjacent. 5 over 6. That's it, guys. If you know these three things, the other ones is just the reciprocals of these three, isn't it? You want me to write those? So the first one, the cosecant, which becomes the reciprocal of sine. So square root 61 by 5. Next one, secant, square root 61 by 6. The last one, cot theta, which is 6 by 5. Reciprocal of tan theta. Okay. So we might get one more type of a questions. If sine theta, let's take a different one. If cos theta equals to 5 over 13, find the remaining trigonometric ratios. Joseph, do you have any idea?
So cos inverse 5 upon 13.
Okay, so seems like you're finding the angle, I think. Okay, but we need to find all the trigonometric ratios, remaining trigonometric ratios. No need to find the angle here, Joseph. You got my point, no?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So this is how it looks like generally. So what is cos theta? What is the
Adjacent upon hypotenuse.
So this becomes adjacent. So 13 is the adjacent and 5 is the 5 is the adjacent and 13 is the hypotenuse. So what might be this value? Opposite then. It becomes a 12, right? If you calculate. So once you did that, please go ahead and find the other ratios, which is 12 by 13, and cos is already given. So find tan, which is 12 over 13, and what else? Cosecant 13 over 12. We have a secant. We'll try that later, which is cot now. Reciprocal of tan theta, so which is 13 by 12. And the last one is secant, which is the reciprocal of cos theta, which is 13 over 5. I think I missed it somewhere, right? Yeah. Do you have any questions, Joseph?
No, sir.
Okay. Just a moment. Yeah. Okay, so these are the rules again. So identities, basic identities. What is cos theta? It's the reciprocals that I already explained, but that's fine. So these are the Pythagorean triples. What do you mean by a Pythagorean triples? So as I said, these are a comma b comma c values. So these are the whole numbers. Okay. So we used to call Pythagorean triples because only those are what you call it, the whole numbers. That's why we used to call that as a Pythagorean triples. Okay, so I mean, these are the basic Pythagorean triples. Have a look at that. Okay, meanwhile, let me check if I have any word problems. Yeah, let's try one. Yeah, have a look at this question, guys. Yeah, how to solve this question? If a square of a hypotenuse of right angle triangle is 128 square centimeters square, find the length of each side. So what you do first, I think they clearly mentioned it is a square. So you guys going to draw a square first. And what is hypotenuse? I hope you guys know that, which is nothing but a diagonal of a square. I hope everyone agrees to this. Okay. And so which means take any portion, any one portion. So let's take this portion, this right angle. What is given? The total area is given. No, it's not an area. Yeah, area is given. How to find the length here? Guys, any idea? Joseph, do you have any idea?
So are we finding the length of the square?
Oh, no. We need to find the hypotenuse side here.
Okay.
I mean, length of each side, you can call it as. You need to find length as well as the hypotenuse side. Length means all sides are equal since it's a square. I hope you guys know that. And one thing, what you can do here quickly, we have 128 as an area of complete square. So if we put a diagonal like this, so it becomes a two equal parts, right? So two equal right angle triangles. So this area becomes a 64 square centimeter square, and this area is also 64 centimeters square. Okay, and what is the length then? It's very simple now. So what is the length? Use Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So let me tell you in a different way then. So please read the question again. Please read the question again, guys. If the square of a hypotenuse of an isosceles triangle is this one. So which means, oh sorry, they haven't given the area. They have given the hypotenuse length square, or which is let's say C square length is given. This diagonal square length is given 128. I think this will be easy for you guys now. And let's say in sides, I mean length of all the sides are equal. So x comma x, so x square plus x square equals to 128. 2x square equals to 128. X square equals to 64. X equals to 8. So the length of the side is 8 centimeters. Okay, so we just confused with confused with the question. Okay, so the given length is hypotenuse length, Joseph. Hypotenuse square length. Okay, it's h square length. I mean c square length, not c value. Okay, for example, c equals to square root of 128. That's what it given. Okay, in a square, and they asked you to find the length of each side. So we'll ended up getting 8. Yeah. Just a moment. Let me show. Let's solve one last question. Yeah, here it is. Guys, can you see the question?
No, sir.
Yeah, this one. So the question is the word problem here. So the length of the wall is given, the ladder length is given. We need to find the distance between the wall to the ladder here. I hope you guys got that, understand this. So it forms a right angle triangle. So the height is the height of the wall. Height of a triangle is nothing but a height of a wall, and length of a ladder is nothing but this was hypotenuse side, and the height is 12 meters. And I hope you guys know that how to find this length. Just use the Pythagoras theorem, guys. Okay, I think Joseph answered. Yeah, exactly, Joseph. So it's very straightforward. Use the a square plus b square equals to c square formula, and a square plus 12 square equals to 13 square, and a square equals to 169 minus 144 will get 25. So square root of 25 would be 5 meters. Exactly. Yeah. So these are the basics, okay? These are the basics of introduction, guys. So we have many things going forward, like the formulas, identities. So using angles, angle of depression, angle of elevation, so everything we have. So maybe we'll discuss that in the next class, maybe, okay, guys? Yeah, that's it of today's webinar. Please let me know if you have any questions.
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So please try to answer some questions, I mean, if possible. Okay. Yeah. Please try these questions, if possible. So calculate the hypotenuse side of a triangle with which sides given. So we need to find the longest side here, guys. So what is the longest side here? Iris, please use the Pythagoras theorem formula and find it. If you want me to draw the triangle quickly, so this is what they given. 3, 4, what is this value? Okay.
I'm calculating.
How much you got? Okay. So yes, 5 centimeters, because 4 square plus 3 square, which is 16 plus 9 equals to 25. So square root of 25 is fine. Good one, guys. Next one. Who wants to try the next one? Okay, no need to simplify. Please keep the answer in a square root if you get it. If the hypotenuse side of a triangle measures 2 centimeters, other side is 1. Joseph, Iris?
Sir, the answer is 1.
No. I think unanswered correctly, it seems. Okay. See, this length is given 2 centimeters, guys. And let's say this side is given 1 centimeter. We need to find the other side. So a square plus b square equals to c square. A square plus 1 square equals to 2 square. So a square equals to 4 minus 1, which is 3. So a equals to square root 3. Yes, Joseph. I mean, we'll get 1.7, but instead of writing, maybe we need to round. I think you rounded to 1.7, but better keep it as a square root 3. Mohammed, do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This one, guys. Where it is? Yeah, here. So similar type of question. Who wants to answer? Who will answer this one? Okay, someone answered here. Let me have a look. Okay, Hannah answered. Joseph, do you agree with the answer? Hypotenuse side. We need to find the hypotenuse side. So the two sides are given. The other two sides, one is square root 2, one is square root 3. So we need to find the hypotenuse side. So square root 2 whole square plus square root 3 whole square is the value of hypotenuse. So 2 plus 3, which is 5. So what Anna said is not correct, I think.
Sir, my answer is coming 5.
5, right?
I think
Yeah, same like that.
I think you have to re-square root it because
Okay,
because-
okay. Yeah. Okay, that's nice. So c square equals to 5. So c equals to square root 5, guys. Thank you, Anna. Yeah. I got the same one. So Joseph, how you got 2?
So I took the square root of 2 and
Okay. So 9 minus 4, which is 5 still. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's go to the next question then, guys. I mean, it's a word problem, as you see that. So please try to draw a diagram if possible and try. So calculate the height that we can reach with 3-meter ladder. So the wall is given. This is a wall, the bottom, and this one. Height. We need to calculate height. The ladder height is ladder length is given, which is 3 meters. And the base length is given, the bottom one, which is 70 centimeters. And I hope you guys know that whenever you're calculating, make sure that both the units are same. So either convert meters to centimeters or centimeters to meters. So 0.7 meters, isn't it? Okay. So you're taking 300 centimeters. Yeah, that also works if you want to. So both are fine. So please calculate, which is a square plus 70 square equals to 300 square. Okay, that's not a good idea, I think. Joseph said 291. Okay, 291 what? Is it centimeters? 292? Is it meters or centimeters? I think we'll get more than that. Let me check. Okay, 0000. Subtract 4,900. Yeah. So if we do that, I think you did the same, Joseph.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So something around we'll get. Let me check.
85100.
Okay.
85,100.
Yeah, that's too much. I mean, better we could have gone with meters, right?
The answer is 85,100.
Okay, so that's too much in centimeters. Better we could have gone with the meters. But you understand the method. That's good one. So let's
Yes,
try.
sir.
Yeah. So let's try one last question. I mean, last question. I think. Yeah. So what is the length of x? It's a very straightforward. I think everyone can answer this. X square equals to 10 square minus 6 square. X square equals to 100 minus 36. So x square equals to 64. X equals to 8.
8.
Yeah.
8 is the answer, sir. 8.
Yeah, very good, Mohammed. Okay. Yes, Joseph, you're right. So I have one more question, I think. Yeah. If you want to try, please go ahead. So what is given? They have given sine theta, guys. We need to find all remaining ratios. Okay. So let me draw the triangle quickly. So what is the formula for sine theta? Please tell me, anyone?
Opposite upon hypotenuse.
Opposite over hypotenuse.
Excellent. So opposite is 24. This is the 24 if this is an angle, and this is an hypotenuse. So we need to find the adjacent one, this one. So that becomes a 7. Okay, I will give you the answer directly. If you calculate, we'll get 7, guys. And please tell me the other ratios now quickly. What is cos theta, guys? What is the value? Please tell me the values. What is tan theta? Cos theta, tan theta?
Cos theta is equal to 7 upon 25.
Yeah, excellent, Joseph. So what about tan theta?
Tan theta is equal to 24 upon
7.
7.
So opposite divided by adjacent, right? And if you know first
Yeah,
three,
that's it.
yeah, and the remaining would be easier. What is cosecant?
Cosecant will be 25 over 24.
Yeah, it's a reciprocal of sine theta. So that's correct one, good one. So what about the next one, which is secant, right? Yeah, secant theta is the reciprocal of cos theta.
25 over 7.
So the finally cotangent, which is cot theta, is the
It
reciprocal
will
of.
be 7 over,
Okay, 7 over 24.
yeah.
Okay, guys, that's it. So if we know one ratio, we need to use a Pythagoras theorem. We need to use the right angle triangle and a Pythagoras theorem to find the other side, and then find the remaining ratios like this.
Okay, sir.
Guys.
Thank you.
That's it. That's it of today's class, guys. Take care. See
Okay,
you in
sir.
the
Thank you.
next
Bye,
webinar.
bye.
Bye. Take care.
You.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a nice day, sir.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. Just take care.